Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog from Ben Our Rider. Today we're testing out the Horwin EK3. It is an electric scooter with about 3 kilowatts of power, 6.2 kilowatts maximum peak power, and it actually received a red dot award for design, and it looks pretty nice actually, and that's why I wanted to test ride it. So on the left hand side we have the brake lever for the rear brake, and which, since it is a CBS braking system, it is not ABS, this will actually act on the front and rear disc brake, so it is a combined braking system. We have the high beam and low beam switch here, we have the turn signal switch here. In the middle we have to set it back to the middle, which is kind of a tricky task if you wear gloves. I don't really like it why they don't just put regular motorcycle standard controls on these scooters. Then we have the horn here, and we also have the cruise control button here, which is pretty handy, but although I'm not really sure if you actually ever need it, you know, maybe not in the city. On the right hand side we have the throttle control, we have the daytime running light switch here, on off. You can also ride it just with the daytime running lights. We have 3 modes. The first mode is basically for the city, goes up to 45. Then we have number 2 up to 75 and number 3 up to 95. Maximum speed is 95 kilometers an hour. Of course, you have a different range in these 3 modes. As a mix, I would say you actually get with one battery about 60 kilometers. We have the hazard light switch here, and we have the starter switch, or from setting it from park into drive mode here. If you press it longer, you can use it in combination with the throttle as a reverse gear. Yes, this is the display. I cannot really show you that much in the display because the sun is quite bright and you cannot see really that much in the display. We have the speed, we have the gear, we have the battery voltage, we have 55% of battery left, we have the total mileage and the trip mileage in there. You can also turn it on if you swipe it to the right or swipe it to the left to turn it off. I don't really know what this is good for. Maybe just another gimmick. So when it comes to the storage space, we have one little hook here for your grocery shopping. We also have a cubby hole here, which is magnetic. The lock is magnetic here. We have a USB connection inside, and you can put about 2 of my hands inside of it. There on this side we have the ignition switch right here. So let's have a look underneath the seat. I'm not sure if the alarm will sound now because sometimes it does. So this is the storage space underneath the seat. We have one battery installed here now. As I said, with one battery the range is about 60 kilometers. If you go fast and slow and city and highway. You can also put a second battery in there as a spare. An extra battery costs about 1,100 euro. The range, of course, doubles with that. The battery has a little indicator here showing you how much is left in the battery. So this is the Horwin EK3, 3 kilowatts of power. Let's take it out for a little spin. In order to get this little beast started, you have to switch it from park into the ride mode, drive mode. Just press this button here and it says ready. So with electricity you never know if it's on or off. And we set it to mode number 3 for the mountains here. And I think we're ready to hit the road here. We just blink to the left. So, first thing that you notice when you sit on the scooter is that the seat is very comfy. It's very wide and also very comfy. So I cannot say anything negative about the seat, that it's too hard or something. No, it's not. About the mirrors, unfortunately, I have something negative to tell you. They are fairly small. I mean, I assume they have the correct size, but they are not really that wide angled, and you see quite a bit of yourself and you don't see very much of what's happening behind you. That is my impression of the mirror. These are my impressions of the mirrors. The controls are, yeah, they all seem like you don't really need to operate them, or that they don't want you to operate them with the gloves. I mean, it is possible, but it seems more and easier to operate without gloves. And sometimes I think they're not really thinking about where this bike or this scooter is used. Usually it is used on the road and not in the laboratory, so I don't really like this. My first impressions on the scooter are when you see it from the outside, oh, you want to ride it, and when you sit on it, it feels more like a toy. And yeah, I have to tell you the truth. The engine, however, gives you a very good and powerful feeling, and I don't have any complaints about the engine. We can switch it to number 1 mode here, and it also reduces the power or the torque down below. So when you're in the city and start from a traffic light, in mode number 1 it is different than it is in mode number 3. That is not normal, because some other e-scooters, they have exactly the same power down below, only they cap the maximum speed. But in this case everything is adapted to the driving mode or riding mode. I'm now in number 1, not much happening here now. You can use it to save some electricity. It only weighs about 95 kilos, I think. The battery around 18 to 20 kilos. So it's fairly light, but you also see the front is very light and kind of shakes around. So I think this is basically just for the city. So nobody coming. Let's go. Acceleration test. I'm not sure if we hit the 100. So we go up a big incline here now. The speed will drop quite drastically, I'm sure. I have maximum power now. We are in riding mode number 3, and I hope the battery or the motor will not get too hot here. We have 47% left in the battery. We are dropping down to 90 according to the speedometer. We still have maximum power. So from the higher speed handling, yeah, it is kind of not very stable at higher speeds. The airflow is normal just on a naked bike or scooter. No, nothing to complain here. But yeah, it feels kind of wobbles on the front as well. So I would only use it in the city, to be honest. And what I've seen so far in other YouTube videos, you can basically go down on the battery to, I don't know, 2%, 3%, and it still has basically the full power. That is quite amazing. That the power does not drop already at 15% or something. From my legs, everything, I have enough space. I'm 175. Also, I can sit quite nicely. I think the seat height is 780. For the city, the sport mode is pretty nice. Good flow. And yeah, we're almost back at the dealer. So you know my verdict already about this. Nice looking from the outside. Other than that, yeah, it's not really motorcycle standard. It's more like for driving in your hallway at home. But yeah, that's what I think of this, you know. That is my test ride of the Horwin EK3. Thanks very much for watching. This has been a ride out. Take care. Bye bye.